is my pleasure to welcome Ken Thompson, President and CEO of Capital Bank here in Madison, Wisconsin, as the new WBA Board Chair for our new fiscal year starting June 1st. Ken, we're super excited to work with you this year and look forward to your leadership. Why don't we tell the membership just a little bit about who you are?
Well, thanks, Rose.
Yeah.
First, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve the association. And thank you for all the good things you did this past year. It's been a challenging year for bankers. And Rose, you really stepped to the plate. That's been really wonderful to watch, and I want to thank you for that.
Well, thank you.
Again, my name is Ken Thompson. I grew up in Stevens Point. I came from a family of 8 people, 8 kids, 6 boys, 2 girls. And so it was a great place to grow up. I went into business in college. All of us went to UW Stevens Point because we lived so close to the campus. We walked to grade school, high school, and college. So
wow.
Yeah, it was a great existence. I moved to Madison in the early '80s, and I worked at SNL, called First Federal on State Street. But then I had a great opportunity at M&I Bank, and I worked there for 10 years. I worked for Jim Dollister, and Jim Dollister started Capital Bank, and when he had those plans to do so, he recruited me, and I joined in 1995. I then went back and got an MBA, and soon thereafter I was named president in 2003, and the rest is history. The bank has grown nicely. We're about $500 million in assets, and we just celebrated 25 years.
Yeah, congratulations.
Last fall. So
yeah.
It's been a great ride, and it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure. Yeah, longtime banker in the area. That's fantastic. Tell me a little bit about your priorities for WBA for the coming year.
Well, we've all just endured a year of the pandemic, and things are opening up. It's starting to feel good. Businesses are doing better, and so really, I think it's time to take action, to start doing some things that we haven't been able to do in the past year.
Right.
And so what does that action mean? Well, to me, number one, and for bankers, it means getting involved, connecting with your local elected officials, the state elected officials, and nationally. It's becoming engaged, learning the issues, and really having your voice be heard. If the bankers collectively could do even just a small amount of outreach and to make those connections, I think we can really have an impact.
Yeah.
So that's one piece. Secondly is to really get yourself educated. Banking is a complex industry, and we're kind of waded in the weeds this past year. Now it's time to take action, get yourself schooled, get back, understand what's happening. There's so many changes in our industry, and WBA has all the resources to help in that regard. So that's number 2. Number 3 is to get involved in your community. And I know bankers do that already, but I think our economy and our local communities need the bankers' influence. And so join a board, join a committee, do some volunteer work, and take that action, and then share the good news. Share it with WBA, because we're really looking to launch an ad campaign that really highlights the good things that bankers are doing, the differences that we're making in our community, and the difference that we can have on our policymakers moving forward. And WBA is going to look for those stories, so share them, and we'll do an ad campaign and try to really differentiate us from the credit unions as well. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, no, that's some great priorities. What do you think, as you mentioned, banks have done a lot this last year, particularly with PPP. I've always described the industry as being the economic engine of their local communities. What do you think the strengths are of the banking industry?
Well, when I think of bankers, they quietly go about their business. They support and care about their customers deeply. And when you think about the influence that they can have collectively, it's pretty impressive. We have 21,000 bankers working within the industry in the state of Wisconsin. And if we work together and doing all these things that I mentioned previously, we really can make a difference.
Right.
And bankers aren't the best at taking credit, but I think they need to take credit where credit is due and to start sharing these good things that are happening. So to me, that's the strength of the industry. And we've demonstrated that,
Right.
obviously, in the past year.
Right.
And let's just use that momentum to push ourselves forward.
Yeah. Well, we're very excited to work with you this year, Ken, on your priorities, and congratulations on becoming chair of WBA.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah.